Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports. And teams getting geared up great for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh. Yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
Well, when you make a declaration the way MP did, you wonder how your team will react. Because sometimes a goal helps inspire everyone, but it can also serve as a distraction. In this case, it's the former. And MP has been locking his man down, and this team has been playing well.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got George, and it's Holmes in at the four-man position. Now here's Holmgren, following the miss by Jokic. A shot by Blackhole, no good. Jokic draws the double.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game. No good on the free throw.
At the line for the Nuggets.
And the second free throw, good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Fires from deep. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from Blackhole. Blackhole's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder.
Holmgren, that's pretty easy for a guy that long to get up and throw it down.
It's been a slow start here for Denver. 7-point differential. Denver passing it around. Pass to Strother. 6 to shoot. It's George on the wing. The baseline jumper goes down.
An efficient mid-range shooter. It's because PG practices those types of shots. Listen up, kids.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Blackhole. The three. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Kolek. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Jokic. Here's Kolek. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Kolek. With 1 second left, into the lane. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Blackhole. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Rockets in Houston. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Strother. Nothing on the board. There's the triple. Holmes can't get it to go in.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
The three ball. Three ball falls through. Another from Blackhole. Blackhole's got 18 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
last 5 makes. How about all 5 from long range?
The Nuggets trail by 16. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mark Daignault. David, what did he say?
Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Williams for 3. Strother grabs the miss. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's picked off. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Williams. He's good with the little jumper in close.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Nuggets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. George looking around. Fires the 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Pass to Kolek. Here's Strother in the corner. George with it. Over Williams. George with the bucket.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Blackwell passes to Williams. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Holmes. Jokic with it. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Strother's got his second basket of the night.
As good a passer as anyone in the league. Jokic, a center, folks. That's just silly.
Here's Black Hole. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 6th assist on the night. The Nuggets trail by 16. Jokic with his screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. One of the toughest teams for certain this season. They've hit the 60-win mark.
And fantastic team play. They've been fairly fortunate with good health along the way, adapting to everything that's been thrown at them. This group is a top contender, no doubt, for a deep playoff run.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the miss by Jokic. A 3-pointer, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Kolek from the arc. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, it's hard.
Black hole, and the Thunder another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Nuggets shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things. To adjust. Tatum, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Deason Wallace comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmes. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Strother. Back to Murray. Clock at 6. Now Holmes looking to end the run. Rebound by Wallace.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Todd. Here's Black Hole. Those three-pointers off the mark.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Oklahoma City leading by 22. Here's Todd, and Todd slams it in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Jokic. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Kolek. He had 15 points last outing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. That's a big difference maker.
Here's Black Hole. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Now, here is George. Last game out, he had 14. Drills it from outside. George has got 7 points in the game. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Black Hole. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here.
Into the lineup for the Nuggets, Smith, Jamal Murray.
1:44 left to play here in the first. And it's Smith missing. The Thunder leading by 23. Wallace the pass to Black Hole. From deep, sinks the triple. Black Hole's got 36.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Murray. Still yet to score. Outside, George lets it go from deep. The Thunder pull it in, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, I saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
And here's Smith following the 3 from Black Hole. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wallace the pass to Black Hole. That 3 off the mark. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game, they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Just 2 to shoot. George, no good. Here's Vaughn. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. A shot by Blackhole, no good. Inside, here's Kuzma. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Blackhole. Then it's Williams. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Ware in at the center. That's the group for Oklahoma City. Gets going here in the second. The Nuggets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Greg, you talk about toughness. Hits it again. Wow!
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Murray finds Kuzma. The tray. Good on the three-point shot. Kuzma's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the 3.
Williams' shot is off. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Kuzma can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Goes up on the wing. They get it back. Where? Boom! He jams it straight down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. A floater. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's a tricky little move there as Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
That bucket in no time at all. Williams has got 8.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Landale pass to Kuzma. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Blackhole's going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Hayes, he's checked in for Denver.
Jackson Hayes.
Outside, George. Back to Murray. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, a solid facilitator. It helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
Smith on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Pass to Hayes. Here's Blackhole, covered by Smith. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. On the wing, Murray. Gilgeous Alexander covering. Smith wide open. He fires. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
And teammates more and more looking for plays from Murray like that.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Pass to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams for 3. Rebound by Smith. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Kuzma. Shoots the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Black Hole's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gilgeous Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. And he gets it to go from the corner. Gilgeous Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point. He swipes the ball away again.
And with the defensive mindset he has, he's reached another career milestone worthy of note, passing the great Scottie Pippen in career steals.
With all that he's been able to do, it's not surprising to hear that. Scottie had over 2,300 steals. Just a tenacious ball hawk in every sense of the word.
I mean, Holmgren, not that hard for him at his height, but jamming it through.
The Nuggets shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Murray finds Kuzma. Hayes with the screen for Kuzma. And another miss by Denver.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Black Hole. Here's Ware. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Pass to George. Kuzma with it to stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Kuzma's got 5.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Gilgeous Alexander passes to Black Hole for 3. Williams, it's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
For 3, Smith. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. From deep, Gilgeous Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
This story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Now Hayes. Still scoreless. Hayes with the screen for Kuzma. The Nuggets with another miss.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game. And Chet pops up, throws it down. You don't have far to go if you're Chet Holmgren.
Here's George. He's got 7. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Chet Holmgren.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons.
His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Oklahoma City foul. Time. First personal foul. 13 foul.
Thunder on D. And it's George missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going. Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Denver shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Pass to Jokic to end the cold streak, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Always good to be leery of Jokic, the way he passes the ball. Navigates that arc so well for a big.
Black hole. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Black hole's got 58. The Nuggets shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance.
Thunder foul. Time. Second personal foul. 14 foul.
And here's Jokic outside. The Thunder pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Takes a three. A shot by Black Hole. No good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Kolek. And here is Holmes. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Black Hole's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Vaughn, the pass to Black Hole. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Strother. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
Pass to Black Hole. Yet another bucket.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Here's Kolek. He has 6. Now George. Holmes setting the pick for George. Over Vaughn. And that one's good. George has got 9.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Black Hole with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Nuggets shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Jokic with his screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Kolek, no good. Thunder shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Nuggets shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
3rd personal foul.
Denver shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Finley's checked in. Here's Black Hole. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets on offense. Jokic with the bounce pass. Here's Kolek. 6 points for him. Back to Jokic. Pass to Holmes. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And so it's Oklahoma City able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute.
Thanks for joining us.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan?
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we... And that about wraps.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Black Hole.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. And it's Strother in at the 2. Black Hole passes to Williams. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got 17.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Holmgren with the steal. Here's Black Hole, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Pass to Kolek. Jokic with a screen on Williams. George. They get the rebound. 3-pointer. And again, Denver with the triple.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Pass to Kolek. Now, here's George. Here's Strother. He's got 16. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Holmgren with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. He got it again. Sensational. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Pass to George. Here's Strother. Here's Kolek. 6 points for him. No good on the triple. Williams against George. Here's Black Hole. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jokic with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. Holmgren with the steal. Holmes with the steal. Pass to George. And nothing is falling for him right now. Oklahoma City's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Holmes. Puts up a 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Williams can't get it to go.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
There's the pick. Here's Golick. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. Rebounded by Holmes.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Williams against George. Can they get it? Thunder with the rebound. Black Hole's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Williams, that's good.
Yeah, as a shooter, Williams is fairly flexible.
Denver's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Holmes. And here's Jokic outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
George with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Denver no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pass to Ware. Here's Black Hole. They grab their own miss. From past the arc. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire. And now they've chosen the full court man-to-man.
Here's Strother. Down low, here's George, and George with the stuff.
Love when PG's just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
Pass to Holmgren. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Holmes. The Nuggets shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. And here is Williams. Lets it go with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Here's Golick. The Nuggets with another miss.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Strother. Holmes, that's a screen. And that one's good. Strother's got 9 points here in the second half.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Outside, George. There's the 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
On the wing, George. Back to Jokic. Here's Golick. 6 points for him. And the 3 off target.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Pass to Ware. Here's Black Hole. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Williams. Here's Black Hole. And good! He hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. It's George on the wing. He can't get that one. Nice D from Williams.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Kolek. Offline with his 3.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
From the high post. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Pass to Kolek.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
1:41 left here in the third quarter. Here's Kolek. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Strother. Buries the long-range jumper. Strother's got 14 points here in the second half.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And here's Jokic outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Black Hole with the bucket.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Pass to Strother. Now, here's Holmes. 5 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Strother's got 27.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Ware, good.
Shouldering more and more of the offensive load, SGA understands that his teammates they depend on him to set them up too.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. To the middle with the teardrop, and he's able to get it back. Williams kicks to Holmgren. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Holmgren. Holmgren's got his 8th assist here tonight. The Nuggets shooting just 31% in the game. Here's Kolek. He has 6. Here's Jokic. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We come back right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Todd out there with Tatum. Then it's Topic. Then there's Finley. And it's Black Hole in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Topic. Now the Thunder with it. Pass to Black Hole. A three-pointer off the mark. Outside Anthony. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with the team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. From 8. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Now, there's a feeling sometimes, even at 6'3", when Murray gets to the interior, he plays a bit bigger.
Here's Black Hole, and the Thunder another 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
They set the pick, and here's Anthony for 3. The Thunder pull it in. Pass to Finley. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Black Hole. From outside, off the mark. Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. And he dunks it down.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Deep 2 from Anthony, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Black Hole hits it from three-point range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's the screen. The wide open look here for Anthony. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Black Hole. Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Murray finds Anthony. Kuzma, right side. Todd with the rebound. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 17-4 run. Took him no time at all on that one.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Landale. Pass to Kuzma. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And when you look at the career of Kyle Kuzma, he has played various roles.
Yeah, Kevin, different spots and different things that have been asked of him by different coaches in different systems. So 6-man, spot-up shooter, go-to scorer. It speaks a lot to his adaptability. Hopefully he'll settle in and become the player that he knows confidently he is.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
And here's Anthony for 3. Offensive rebound. Smith the pass to Kuzma. To the inside. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Topic. Pass to Tatum. Here's Topic. Here's Black Hole. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Jokic against Tatum. Jokic kicks to Anthony. Kuzma sets a screen. They could use a bucket. And Cole Anthony good for 3.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Pass to Black Hole. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. For 3, Murray. That one doesn't go. Oklahoma City shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. A shot by Black Hole, no good. Smith finds Kuzma. Murray with it. Three-pointer. Finley with the rebound. Pass to Black Hole. Launches it. Denver grabs the miss. Kuzma's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jokic passes to Anthony. Back to Jokic. Out to Anthony. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 8th assist in the game.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Here's Black Hole. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Anthony. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here's Black Hole. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Jokic. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Jokic. Fires the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Jokic has got 5 points in the quarter.
Jokic answering with authority, just letting them know that he can do that too.
Black Hole with the bucket.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Finley the pass to Black Hole. Looking for George. He gets it there. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Nails the baby hook. Jokic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime.
Good. That's another bucket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. And no good. Great D that time from Tatum. And so here is Oklahoma City. Pass to Black Hole. And got it. Another basket.
And he's now outmatched his own single-game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in the work with a little overtime. And this game is... And another one falls. Amazing.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance. Denver passing it around. Pass to Jokic. Over Tatum. And it's Jokic missing. Here's Topic. For the 3. A shot by Black Hole, no good. Here's Strother. They need this. Vaughn with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence.
Again, what an avalanche!
Tonight is one more for the history books. Once again, he sets the record for most points ever in an NBA game.
And it may not come as a surprise from him, but goodness, we got to acknowledge his greatness. What he is accomplishing is nothing short of legendary. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Todd's checked in for Vaughn.
Number 49, Charles Todd.
And here now the Thunder. Al Finley. Pass to Topic.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Al Finley.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the game. Tatum with it. 4 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Topic, no good. Denver shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. And here's George. Jokic sets the screen for George. Offensive rebound. Here's Strother. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Oklahoma City shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. They set the screen. And again. And Oklahoma City, no good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Oklahoma City.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we have watched this team all season long play with such tenacity, with the wins piling up on the year. This will make it now 61 total.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Black Hole.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Shooting for Denver.
First one falls for him.
Now you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
34 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Todd. Here's Topic. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Paul George. A three. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.